Right, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, this video I think is quite an important one because it's going to have all the information piled into one video about what is going on for ARK Survival Ascended's Unreal Engine upgrade. Now, this has been a pretty big thing because it's kind of split into loads of different parts when it kind of comes under the whole engine upgrade as a whole. There's lots of things that were very confusing to players when the new Aberration DLC launched because many people were like, where is this? I'm not getting performance boost. I'm just getting no boost at all. Like, so many people confused. And to be honest, at the start, I was too. But I've compiled all the information together and I can explain to you guys in this video what is going on. Now, if you do enjoy today's video and you get all the information you need to know, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. And also, guys, final reminder that tomorrow is your last official day. You can get 10% off your Aberration servers, the new DLC that just launched for ARK Survival Ascended. Tomorrow, this discount will end and there will not be another discount until the Extinction, well, I'm guessing until the Extinction DLC. So link will be in the description down below. Go grab yourself a server as tomorrow is the last day. Let's dive into the video. So yeah, pretty much the Aberration DLC launched and it was meant to have the Unreal Engine 5.4 update. It was meant to have FSR 3.1 and also like a boosting performance frame interpolation, which was going to boost the game up to 80% performance increase on consoles and PCs. And this wasn't really the case. It obviously was a bit of a rocky launch, and you know, when it comes to ARK stuff, you always have to, you know, expect this is going to happen when a launch. You guys know, if you're OG ARK players, you'll know this has been a thing for many years. So pretty much in the new patch notes, they said enabled AMD frame interpolation on all platforms across all hardwares, boosting performance approximately up to 80% on consoles and PC that already didn't have frame gen enabled. Then once this was posted, Studio Wildcard posted out something saying, where is NVIDIA frame gen? They said, we're currently in the process of making some implementation changes to NVIDIA frame gen as tweaks were necessary after integrating the AMD frame interpolation. We opted for the AMD FI implementation with this release as it's supported on all hardware, including consoles, and we're looking to restore NVIDIA frame gen ASAP. So right now, as people were, you know, these like sort of improvements have been added into the game, but there's certain different like things that they've been trying to like implement that needed tweaks, which is still yet to be officially in the game, which is why things that, you know, which is why performance has been kind of not as upgraded as many people thought. And obviously this is frustrating, but it's something that Studio Wildcard said they're working on. I did think saying that they were going to release all of these engine upgrades at the same time as an Aberration launch, I thought just seemed absolutely crazy as it was at the start. But I guess this is just the way things are, and hopefully what we can all hope for is when everything is restored, we can actually see a massive performance boost, like Wildcard stated, 80%. Then the AMD FSR 3.1 upscaler. They said, where is it? And they said, in AMD 3.1 FSR, AMD decoupled the upscaler from the frame interpolation, and this allowed us to implement the frame interpolation while we work on FSR. Technically, you could enable it with some console commands, but there were some visual issues we need to resolve, which is why we haven't completely enabled it in the game. So this is again something else on top of it. Like, this whole engine upgrade hasn't been enabled fully, and that is just something that, as I said earlier on, we just have to wait for. Another like really good explanation from GP is someone responded to GP on Twitter saying, I'm kind of confused. You say they're working on FSR 3.1. I thought it was there already since I played at, one foot, I can never pronounce it, but you know what I mean, at 35 frames per second was the most stable and unacceptable after the update. I play at 4K 60 frames per second with around the same usage on my 380. That ain't from small improvements. And GP said FSR is already in the game, but the upscaler is not. that's what they are working on. And that is exactly right. There has been some form of, you know, implementation from like FSR, like NVIDIA frame gen and stuff, but there's a few tweaks that they're making to this to make sure that everything is ready, and then they can fully release the upscaler, which will improve the game's performance even more. So again, like I said earlier, you know, all the foundries are built into this upgrade, but it's just not fully ready yet, and they will do an update in the upcoming, I mean, I can't say upcoming days, because I think it's going to be weeks, but hopefully it won't be that many weeks, because, you know, people are loving Aberration. I'm having a lot of fun on the launch, and, you know, I like the new content, and I've been actually grinding it. My servers, by the way, we're all having a lot of fun on my servers, still changing, tweaking a few server settings, but the PvE side of things on my servers absolutely popping off. There is no one playing the PvP servers at the moment, so if anyone wants to come and populate completely free PvP servers, feel free to come and join my Discord. There's literally LoadedCrysis servers. It's called LoadedCrysis PvP or LoadedCrysis PvE. You can even just type in LoadedCrysis, and I've got 5 servers completely free, and there's going to end up being 10 servers completely free. None of that Patreon stuff, none of that. You can literally just come and play as and when you want on the servers, and they're ×5 rates at the moment, and there's a few things like imprinting that we're making changes to today, but come and join them, fill up the servers, have some fun. That's what they're there for, and mods are going to be added in as time does go on. Now, the biggest question of all time. But Dom, what about the Unreal Engine 5.4? Yes, that is now not in the game at all. Nothing has been implemented of the Unreal Engine 5.4, but what Studio Wildcard have recently said to us is they said the Unreal Engine 5.4, the upgrade work is mostly complete. However, we're still putting it through our internal QA processes as there are a lot of changes that we need to make sure they are stable before we can release it out to the wild. We're currently targeting somewhere between October 15th and November 15th as the launch window for this update. So we still got quite a while to go there on the Unreal Engine 5.4 side of things. I know that's a little bit frustrating, but I would rather, like I say, with all sort of delays and stuff with Wildcard, I would rather have the delay rather than a rushed version added into the game, because you know how that goes. We lose things, the game breaks, we have to do rollbacks, and no one wants to go through those. And even Studio Wildcard knows how important it is now that, of course, people want things to be released as quickly as possible into the game, but we do not want these crazy problems, when things are launched. So they're targeting a 1-month release window, which is October 15th to November 15th. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'd love to say I think it will come in October, but I do think they will take as long as possible. One thing that I've learned many years of creating content with on videos and Studio Wildcard is they will give you a release window, and the latest possible date will end up being that launch. So I hope to see it come earlier, and I want it to be in October. I want it to be here before Fear Evolved. I really doubt it's going to be, but all we can do is hope. Also, Extinction is meant to be launching sometime in October. By the way, I very highly doubt that too. And someone said to me the other day, Dom, why are you saying October when it's clearly been stated it's December? It has never been stated that it's December. It has always been stated it's going to be October. And as of recent information of a couple of weeks ago from the devs, we were told they're still targeting October. But that's just not going to happen. So I hope that at least before Extinction launches, we make sure we get this Unreal Engine 5.4 upgrade in, get a stable sort of side of things, see massive improvements, and then once that's into the game, we can look forward to maybe a whole new world of Extinction. I'm sure there's still going to be problems with it, but that's what we're here to find out. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video very soon. See you guys then, and make sure to go 2 things. Make sure to come check out the LoadedCrysis servers. They're completely free. But if you don't want to, and you want your own, and you want to own it for 10% off, until, like as I said, the last date is tomorrow to do that. Link will be in the description down below. See you guys then.